Doorways are quite symbolic, aren't they? We sort of decorate, have really fancy doorways. We talk about doorways to the mind, doorways to opportunities, what's behind the door, and the symbolism of carrying someone over the threshold when they're just married. So doorways have a lot of symbolism for us, and there's something about doorways that can make us forget. If you've ever been sitting there and you go, oh, I just need to go and get that, and you walk out of the room into another room and you suddenly go, I have no idea why I'm here. And so they found that this is actually a neurological effect. There's been studies done where they've sort of done computer simulations where people had invisible sort of backpacks that were invisible to them in the computer game, and they would collect objects and they could see the object as they picked it up, but once it was in the rucksack it was invisible to them. And then they would move into another room in the game, and often they were tested on the objects in the rucksack once they'd gone into another room, and more often than not they'd forgotten what was in the rucksack. They even tested it where they'd led them back into the original room to see if it was contextual, and that maybe once they were back in the room they collected the item, it would come back to them. But no. So doorways can make us forget. And this is recognised in the medical profession and nursing professions as well. We were always drummed into us, you must write the labels on the blood bottles at the bedside or label them at the bedside, because once you'd walked away and walked out of that room, you were likely to forget or write down inaccurate information. So how can we use this to our advantage? Well, if you're sitting there and you're craving something sweet and you're trying to manage your weight, or you're just feeling in a really funky mood, then getting up and changing your location, walk through a doorway into another room and just notice how that craving suddenly lessens or your mood changes. I've used this a lot where I did it this morning. I was sitting there and I was feeling in a real kind of cheesed off mood. And I got up and went into another room, and next thing I knew I was pottering around and my state had changed. So what doorways has this opened up for you? You can write a comment below. Take care. See you soon.